Hi dears, this is Raji. In this video, we are going to learn about the nomenclature of aldehyde. What are aldehydes? Aldehyde is nothing but a functional group that will be coming and attaching to the carbon chain, right? So what are functional groups? What is the importance of functional groups? And the nomenclature of alcohol also? Yeah, we have discussed in the previous video. Okay, I will share the link of that video. You can just go through that. In order to understand the nomenclature of aldehyde, let's start from a simple hydrocarbon methane. One carbon hydrocarbon, right? No, methane contained one carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atom. It was staying happily like that. All on a sudden, what is going to happen? Yeah, attack is taking place. Okay, yeah, in the previous video we were discussing that. Okay, yeah, how Alexander the Great will be defeating a particular country. In the same way, yeah, some attack is taking place on this methane, right? And these 2 hydrogen atoms are replaced. And as a result of that, what is the situation of this compound now? Yeah, only 2 hydrogen atoms are present. Carbon is not happy. Around carbon atom, 4 bonds should be there. Now, the remaining valencies, yeah, the 2 electrons will be, yeah, satisfied by oxygen. Right now, oxygen can share 2 electrons with carbon. So, remember, whenever a C double bond O group is present, to that directly a hydrogen is attached. We will consider this functional group as aldehyde. Okay, yeah. Whenever an aldehyde group is present in a carbon compound, yeah, we will passionately call it as al like that. Okay, that is a suffix we need to use it whenever an aldehyde group is present. Got it no? Now, earlier it was a methane. Now it has changed into an aldehyde. So, how to name this compound? We will have to start from the parent hydrocarbon only. Okay, yeah. So, it was methane. So, we will write methane and we will rub that E and attach, yeah, the same thing. Okay, yeah, al. Correct, no? So, what is the name of this compound now? It has formed, yeah, 1 carbon aldehyde or methanol. Got it? So, how to name this compound? Yeah, now only we told, okay, it's a 1 carbon aldehyde. Okay, earlier it was methane. Now it has turned into aldehyde. So, what we will write? We will write methane, yeah, but we will rub that E and attach al, methanol. Okay, this is the name of the compound. Remember, whenever you are naming this aldehyde, okay, yeah, see this carbon atom in which the functional group is present, that also should be considered. Okay, otherwise it will become wrong. Yeah. So, how many carbon atoms are present in the second one? 2 carbon atoms are present. Earlier, it was an ethane. We are rubbing that E and attaching al, ethanol. Got it? Yeah. Now, one more compound you can write. Yeah, see this one. This is 1, 2, 3. What about this compound? Here 3 carbon atoms are present. Okay, earlier it was propane. We are rubbing that E and attaching al. So, what is the name of the compound? It is propanol. So easy. So, one more point to be noted is that, yeah, see whatever we have written, methanol, ethanol, propanol, all these are IUPAC names. Okay, yeah. But before this IUPAC name was introduced, certain compounds were known to people. Okay, yeah. So, they were calling them by some common name, right? Yeah. So, for certain compounds, their common names are also important and you should memorize that. So, what is the common name of methanol? Yeah, write along with me. That is known as formaldehyde or first aldehyde you can write. Okay, yeah, so that is an easy way to memorize. What is the common name of ethanol? Yeah, that is known as acetaldehyde. Okay, yeah. So remember, yeah, acetaldehyde and ethanol both are same. Sometimes they will be using the common name and sometimes they will be using the IUPAC name. Okay, yeah, both you should know. Then only we can answer certain questions. You can just remember. Whenever I was thinking about formaldehyde, yeah, one incident was coming to my mind. Okay, yeah. One day I asked one of my students, in your biology lab, how they will be storing this biological specimens and all, in which liquid they will be storing that, I asked her. So the answer was immediate. Okay, she told me, ma'am, it is an acetic acid. Acetic acid is present in vinegar, no? Mama uses that in kitchen to make pickle and all. Then I told her, if so, to the same biological specimen, if you are adding little bit of pickle powder, if you are adding little bit of salt and little bit of turmeric, if the specimen is of octopus, yeah, it will become octopus pickle. Right? Yeah. Then you can have it for lunch, I said. Okay, yeah. From the other side, I heard a sound like that. Okay. She was a pure vegetarian. Okay, yeah. Remember, in order to store this biological specimen, we will not use acetic acid. Okay. Instead of that, we will use a substance called formalin. Right? Yeah. What is that? Yeah. Formaldehyde is actually a gas. We will dissolve that in water. Okay, to make a 37% solution. So that solution is known as formalin, that is used for the storage of biological specimen. So because of the octopus example, will you remember about formalin also? Yes. Now, how to name these compounds? It is similar to that of the nomenclature of alcohol we have done in the previous video. Instead of a alcohol group, yeah, here that aldehyde group is coming. That is only different. So, what has to be done? Yeah, functional group is also there, substituent is also present. Okay, yeah. So, the functional group attached carbon atom should be given more priority. From there, we need to find out the longest carbon chain. Also, the substituent should be told first, right? Yeah. So, what will be the name of the compound? This is 2-methyl. Okay, yeah. And which is a root word? 3 carbon atoms are present. Okay, so we will write prop. It was propane actually. Yeah, now we are rubbing that E and attaching al. You can also tell that al is present on the first carbon atom, propan 1 al. Okay, yeah. So sometimes it will be written 2-methyl propanal also. Okay, because it is understood. Both are correct. Okay, yeah. So you can just remember. Easy, no? Now see the next one. Yeah, here substituents are present, functional group is also present. But we are giving more importance for the functional group. The functional group attached carbon atom, yeah, should be given more priority and least number. From there, we are finding out the longest carbon chain, right? Yeah, and two substituents are also present. Okay, yeah. This is a methyl group and this one is a chloro group. Which one will come first in the dictionary? Chloro only, right? So chloro should be told first, that is 3-chloro, right? Yeah. And then, yeah, 2-methyl, right? No? Okay, yeah. So that is, now prefix is over, 2-methyl. Then, which is a root word? 4 carbon atoms are present. Okay, it was a butane earlier. Now what has happened to that? We are rubbing that E and attaching al, butanal. Or you can write butan 1 al. Both are correct. Got it? Now see this compound, aldehyde group is also present, double bond is also present. We said that both are functional group, but we are giving more priority to the aldehyde group. Okay, yeah, you can just remember aldehyde group should be given more priority than, yeah, double bond or triple bond. Got it? Yeah, similar to that of the nomenclature of alcohol we have done. So we will have to find out the longest carbon chain, yeah, in such a way that we are giving more importance for this, yeah, aldehyde carbon. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is the correct numbering. Okay, yeah. So there is no substituent, so there is no prefix also. You can start from the root word. What is a root word? Yeah, it is spent actually. But remember, a double bond is also present. Okay, yeah. So the name of the double bond should be told first. Then only, yeah, we will tell the name of the aldehyde, or the name of the compound should be ending with al. Got it? So how to say that? Whenever we are numbering from this side, okay, opposite direction we will be writing. We said that, okay, yeah. So double bond is attached to which carbon atom? To carbon number 3. Right? Okay, yeah. We have explained everything in the previous video. So pend 3 E-N-E we are not writing. We are rubbing this E and attaching what? Al. Where al is present? Yeah, 1. Okay, at the first position, 1 al. Yeah, pentenal. That is the name of the compound. Easy, no? Now see the next compound. Aldehyde group is there, double bond is present and the substituent is also present. We should give more importance to the, yeah, the functional group attached carbon atom. And from there we are finding out the longest carbon chain. Substituent is also present. So substituent should be told as a prefix. Okay, yeah. So where it is attached to the 4th carbon atom. So you should write 4-methyl. Okay, yeah, substituent is over. Now you will have to think about the root word. Okay, root word is spent. Yeah, and you should tell the position of the double bond, then only you can tell the name of the aldehyde, right? Yeah, so where double bond is attached, yeah, find out. If you are numbering from here, this bond belongs to this carbon atom and the triple bond belongs to, yeah, the third carbon atom. Spent 3 ENE we are not writing. We are rubbing and attaching al, where al is present to the first carbon atom. 4-methyl pent 3-ene 1-al. That's the name of the compound. Easy. We have learned everything related to the nomenclature of aldehydes. So you can take a screenshot of this compound and you can try this by yourself and tell me the answer. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.